name is Zack Davis. I'm with Commercial Roofing Specialists, and we are the Carlisle Syntech Sales Rep organization here in the state of Michigan. The project that we have here is a playground for a autism center called Strive Centers for Autism. So what inspired this project is my son Drake was diagnosed with ASD or autism spectrum disorder when he was 2 years old. So it's a medical diagnosis, but it's also a diagnosis really for the parents too, because it's a complete lifestyle change that happens. You don't know what to expect. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if how severe, how not severe, what the treatment looks like, what really the road ahead is after you get that news. So what you do is you in turn start interviewing different ABA centers as a form of therapy for these children. So we visited many different centers, chose Strive, and honestly it was an easy choice just because of the group of therapists and the ownership group that they have here is just amazing. So the way that this project started is I was on a board, I was the president of a board for an organization called IBEC, which is the International Institute of Building Enclosure Consultants. And the whole goal is to raise money for charity. I sat down with Don and Ann Haley, the owners of Strive, and we started talking about building a playground. Had no idea on cost. Really in my mind I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna throw down some mulch, we're gonna go to Costco and buy a swing set, wooden swing set. It's gonna be nice, and we'll be able to get this done. Since it is a medical ABA therapy center, it has to follow ADA requirements, it has to be fenced in. And hearing this, I just knew that it was going to end up costing a lot more than I had planned on. The generosity from the golf outing, the charity golf outing, raised just over $25,000, which is exceptional. It was the largest year that we had, but nowhere near the amount of funds that we needed to get this project finished. So from there, what we had to do was reach out to other people in the community. I had called some friends that I know that are business owners from local cities around here. Other roofing contractors and roofing organizations were extremely generous and offered to donate on top of what they already donated at the golf outing. So really it was just an entire community coming together to help raise the money. When the project was finished, we actually had a ribbon cutting event, which was an amazing day. We had families from Strive that were invited to come. The owners of Strive, all the different therapists were here. So it was really good to see the community support that we received once the project was finished. So being nominated for the Community Stewardship Award for Carlisle was really a big honor. It was unexpected. And they introduced it because they realized giving back to the community on top of just what we do every single day is extremely important.
I have been with Strive since Strive opened in 2015, and I have to say the mission the entire time has not changed. It's always been about kids first. When Zach came to us with the idea that there was going to be a playground, I thought, okay, cool, a couple swings, maybe a slide, something I would have in my own backyard. That'd be great. Anything would be awesome. To have gone from that to what we have with real professional playground equipment and padded turf that's comfortable for the kids to play on all the time, it was unbelievable. I had no idea we would get anything as amazing as what we ended up with. And having it fenced in and safe so that we know we can bring our kids outside and they can run and no one has to worry about them, it was unbelievable. Before we had the playscape, our kids could play indoors. We had some good equipment, some things they could climb on, but nothing is the same as being able to get outside and play. Since we've had it, just the huge change in the kids, even just their overall demeanor, because you get outside every day and play. The skills that they've learned, from learning to take turns, to wait for the swing, to wait for the slide, how to climb on any of the equipment, even to learn, if you're the kid that just wants to relax on the bench and watch the other kids play, that's a skill you need to learn before you head off to elementary school. With a lot of families with kids with special needs, they don't have all the opportunities that other families take for granted. Like just being able to go to the playground or go to the park. So having something like this for our kids is just one more typical thing that they can do, and that means everything.
So the impact that the playground has had on Strive as a whole is pretty incredible. Before we had the playground, we unfortunately didn't have any type of outdoor areas to play in. The kids absolutely love it. It's a way for them to get out their energy, take breaks, and overall it's super fun. Well, I remember when we first heard about the playground, it was extremely exciting. Like when you hear things and then you're like, okay, is it actually gonna happen? You're like, okay, let's see how it goes. But then when word actually happened that we are breaking ground, we are having a new playground, it meant so much. And just seeing everybody there and the families and the kids come back, it was incredible.
Honestly, looking to the future of Strive, really just being able to continue to serve as many families as we can with this awesome project. We know we have something that's going to make it fun for kids all the time, and really just Strive is about getting families in here and getting kids ready to go to school and getting them back out into the community.
The impact they've had on my family is lifelong. The impact that they've had on my son is lifelong. He still says at 5 years old that he wants to come back and visit every time we drive by. He said, there's my old school and there's my old teachers and I want to go see my old teachers. So I can't say enough about this group of people here and what they've meant for me and my family.